so cool. Top to the bottom, just cool. Every little thing that I do, damn it, I'm feeling so cool. Yeah. Woke up feeling like a new James Dean. I comb my hair like an old school scene. I'm feeling high like a late night summer of last year. Yeah. Standing there with the red dress on ya. I kill a queen like a young Jane Fonda. Isn't me or am I just having a good year? Lately I've been feeling so cool. Top to the bottom, just cool. Every little thing that I do, damn it, I feel so cool. It's like, ooh, maybe I should put on my boots. Set a fire door or two. Damn it, I'm feeling so cool. Must have done something right, 'cause all these lights are green and they look like palm trees. And every time that song comes on, it's about me. Oh, I feel like Post Malone when I get home. Sitting there waiting like it's Game of Thrones. Now that we've made it, how complicated was last year? Lately I've been feeling so cool. Top to the bottom, just cool. Every little thing that I do, damn it, I feel so cool. It's like, ooh, maybe I should put on my boots. Set a fire door or two. Damn it, I'm feeling so cool.
What I'm most excited about doing after graduating is just going out and exploring the world, maybe taking a year off. I've already got my degree now. I can be free, I can do whatever I want, and I'm very, very excited.
I'm most excited for going into practice as being a lawyer and working within the community as an individual who makes legal services more affordable.
I'm most excited to kind of get into the industry and start meeting other textile designers and fashion designers and do a bit of like collaboration, start working on actual projects together.
I will probably stay in Australia a little bit more and experience the Australian life because I'm an international student and yeah, I'm looking forward to finish this academic journey and start a new one.
On graduation day, however, the most exciting thing would be seeing both of my parents because they're coming to my graduation and I can't wait to see them and hug them and tell them I love them.
RMIT opened its doors in Melbourne in 1887, with a promise to be a place of practical education to prepare workers for the jobs of the time. Since our earliest days, we've adapted to change and responded to the world around us, always in the service of the communities who rely on us. Today, we are a global university of technology, design, and enterprise. We work hand in hand with industry and the employers our graduates aspire to join. Our research is impactful, and every day we prepare our students to succeed in the real world. This year, we welcome students who studied with us in person and online across our different campuses. We celebrate our diversity, and our students and staff come from many cultures and backgrounds to be part of our strong, inclusive community. Because at RMIT, we focus on giving everyone the chance to be their best, create their future, and belong. Our graduates are ready to contribute, prepared to make their mark, and always welcome to return. Today's graduates come from all around the world.
I hope when you make that jump, you don't feel the fall. I hope when the water rises, you build a wall. I hope when the crowd screams out, screaming your name. I hope when everybody runs, you choose to stay. I hope hope that you fall in love and hurt so bad. The only way you can know is give it all you have, and hope that you don't suffer but take until the moment comes. I'll say I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give to so many places, the things that I did with every broken bowl. That's where I live. I hope that you spend your days with your ladder. When that sun goes down, hope you raise your cup. I wish that I could witness all your joy, all your pain. Until the moment comes, I'll say I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give to so many places, the things that I did with every broken bowl. I swear I lived.
I am proud of my journey.
I'm proud of my culture.
I am proud of my body.
I love my community.
I am proud of my mom.
My strength is my disability.
I am proud of all my achievements.
I am proud to be graduating today. Congratulations!
'Cause I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give to so many places, the things that I did with every broken mold. I swear I lived. So I said big massive congratulations to all the graduates today. You're so blessed. I feel so close to you right now. It's a force field. Wear my heart upon my sleeve like a big deal. Your love falls down on me, surrounds me like a waterfall. And there's no stopping us right now. I feel so close. Come on, here we go! I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves. Somebody who, somebody who, somebody who loves me. Somebody who, with somebody who loves me. Feel so close to you right now. It's a force field. I wear my heart upon my sleeve like a big deal. Your love falls down on me, surrounds me like a waterfall. There's no stopping us.
Let's welcome the academic procession to the main stage.
I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me.
Come on, people, put your hands together. There's no stopping us right now. I feel so close to you right now. There's no stopping us right now. I feel so close.
I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me.
Card games with a cup of coffee. Not clear, but I hope she loves me. Smart minds with a stupid proxy. Lines getting fuzzy. My hands need green and sweater. I sweet, but her lips look better. Cold skin with a burning temper, so we'll remember. She's the fire on the trees. She's so far out of my league. She's a hurricane, I'm just a breeze. She's the time I love to waste. I'd let the girl live right through my wallet. Give her all my things, empty my pockets. She takes me crossroads, far from things I know. There's no place like home, there's no place like home. Brown eyes, but her cheeks are pink. Blue hands, new purple skin. We're making a masterpiece, a contrast of feelings. Cut bad with your good intention. So loud, but I never mention. Desperate for your attention. Give me a second. She's the fire on the trees. She's so far out of my league. She's a hurricane, I'm just a breeze. She's the time I love to waste. I'd let the girl live right through my wallet. Give her all my things, empty my pockets. She takes me crossroads, far from things I know. There's no place like home, there's no place like home. Takes me crossroads, far from things I know. There's no place like home, there's no place like home. I'd let the girl live right through my wallet. Give her all my things, empty my pockets. She takes me crossroads, far from things I know. There's no place like home, there's no place like home. She far out of my league. She's a hurricane, I'm just a breeze. She's the time I love to waste. As far as summer goes, I'm not even close to wearing you like clothes when nobody's home. Now I don't see a ghost everywhere I go. Oh, and as far as I know, you need me the most. Now I'm not on the inside anymore. You talk but at the same time, saying nothing. Now all I see is daylight when you're gone. If you don't wanna say goodbye, say goodbye. Say nothing, say nothing. No running back, running back. Say nothing, say nothing. If you don't wanna say goodbye, say nothing, say nothing. It isn't so bad, you should know that. Say nothing, say nothing. No running back, running back. You're lying through your teeth when I turn my head. As far as subtleties, well, it's not my best. It has to love and leave, I don't love you less. I saw it on your sleeves, you made such a mess. Now I'm not on the inside anymore. You talk but at the same time, saying nothing. Now all I see is daylight when you're gone. If you don't wanna say goodbye, say goodbye. Say nothing, say nothing. No running back, running back. Say nothing, say nothing.
Please join me in welcoming Wurundjeri Elder Uncle Perry Wandin, accompanied by Uncle Ron Murray, to the stage to conduct a welcome to country.
Thank you, Uncle Ron. Wamajinka, everybody. My name's Perry Wandin, Wurundjeri Wurrung Elder, and I'm proud to stand here in front of you in my father's shoes. But firstly, I'd like to acknowledge all my ancestors, elders, both past, present and emerging, all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. My story, I live in a beautiful place called Hillsville, and that's where my grandfather left to go to World War I, and where he grew up on Corranderk Mission, put in place in 1863 to 1924. He went to World War I, come back, and was allowed back on the settlement again. So he resided in Hillsville, and that's where my side of the family have virtually born and bred, and we love it up there. Anytime you're up there, come and say hello. With that, as I was saying, when my grandfather moved off, he had other family that was still there, so he missed them pretty badly. They were led out there by Simon Wonga, 1863, and they started off in bark huts. There were 35 men, women and children left of Wurundjeri Wurrung people. So cholera just about wiped out everybody. And what they did, they built up a big community from bark huts to modern day housing to schooling for all the children, and it went from Simon Wonga to William Barrick. Now William Barrick, in your history, you'll read that he's probably the most prolific leader, Narangita, meaning the head man of any Aboriginal in Victoria, I believe, only because he's my great-great-great-uncle. But he led the way for Aboriginal people and the missions to be shut. When he passed away, he passed it on to my great-grandfather, Robert Wandoon, and our name's been changed to Wandin today, and the town up there in the Yarra Valley is named after my great-grandfather. So the history is very, very much there. My father was the last to be born at Corranderk in 1933. Granny Jemima Wandoon was who survived pretty well all the people when they did shut it down in 24. So she passed away in 1944 with 103. So the history's there. My father became the first Aboriginal player to play for that mighty team, St Kilda. Out of this 50,000 in there, it'd have to be one, wouldn't there? I hope. Or two. Lately, I haven't been finding anybody, but I'm a mad St Kilda supporter, so. With that, I'd like to thank you for allowing us to do this today. The history is there. We're the next generation coming through, and I'm passing on what I've learnt through my time. So congratulations to all the graduates, and a great effort for everyone. 9,000, wow, what an effort. Womajanka, Yemen Kundibik, Wurundjeri Wurrung, meaning welcome to the land of Wurundjeri people, and I do welcome everybody. Thank you very much.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor and President, members of RMIT Council, honoured guests, staff, graduates and graduands of 2023, family and friends. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to RMIT University 2023 Victorian Graduation Ceremony here at Marvel Stadium. I'm Sherman Young, your Deputy Vice-Chancellor Education and Vice President, and your MC for today's ceremony. Firstly, a warm thank you to Perry Wandin for your wonderful welcome to country. It's always an honour to start these proceedings with the traditional custodians of the land we gather on. Relationships with this nation's First Peoples is profoundly important to us at RMIT, and Elder, it's a privilege to have you with us today to help celebrate the achievements of our students. Thanks also to the extraordinary performers, Andrew Loadsman, Sammy Gazes, Kiernan Einfield, Maya, feature and support dancers, the circus performance, and the Chinese lion dancers. Another round of applause for our performers. I'm proud to stand on the ancestral lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nations. And on behalf of the university, I'd like to personally acknowledge the people of the Woiwurrung and Boonwurrung language groups of the Eastern Kulin Nations, on whose unceded lands we conduct the business of the university. We respectfully acknowledge their ancestors and elders, past, present, and emerging. And we also acknowledge the traditional custodians and their ancestors of all the lands and waters across Australia where RMIT conducts its business. It's now my great pleasure to introduce Sandra Chavello to sing the Australian National Anthem. For those who are able, could you please stand? Thank you, Sandra, for that stirring rendition of our national anthem. It's now my great pleasure to introduce RMIT's Vice-Chancellor and President, Professor Alec Cameron.
Chancellor, Perry Wandin, members of RMIT Council, distinguished guests, families and friends, welcome. And most importantly, to our graduands, congratulations. It's my great pleasure to speak with you today. Decades have passed since I sat, as you do now, waiting for my degree to be conferred. But I remember it like it was yesterday, because that's how it is with milestone moments. They are the chapter breaks in life. So I hope that you take the time today to pause and reflect as you move to your next chapter. The ceremony of graduation itself dates back to the first European universities of the 12th century, and your gowns from roughly the same time. In a world that currently tends to elevate innovation over tradition, this is rather extraordinary longevity, which sends a clear message about the occasion and the symbolic transition it represents. As graduands, you have proven your ability to stay the course through the inevitable ups and downs of an extended commitment to a goal. You perceive the immense advantage of taking the time to build deep knowledge and skills. And you recognise that some of the best options we take in life usually require commitment and hard work. So, in a world that also tends to value a shortcut over the long road, you're already ahead of the pack. And here you are, ready to take on the mantle of your chosen field. The making of a life and the building of a career will be unique to each of you. The great writer Somerset Maugham said this: "All the words I use in my stories can be found in the dictionary. It's just a matter of arranging them into the right sentences." Similarly, when you leave here today, you take with you all the blocks you need to make a life and to build a career. How you arrange them is now in your hands. Coming up in our proceedings is the awarding of honorary doctorates to 2 RMIT alumni who have done exactly that, and of whom we are immensely proud. They forged their paths in unique and sometimes surprising ways, as you will learn. Like them, I encourage you to back yourselves and to use the immense opportunity at your disposal to discover and then rediscover your own right paths in the decades to come. I will finish by saying this: when you look back on your life, you will remember this day. You will remember this milestone. So, as you graduate, I ask that you use all that you have learned, which is significant, and draw on all the relationships you've built, which are more than you realise, to ensure that along with the memory of this momentous day comes the certainty that you made it count. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. Every year, universities award honorary degrees to individuals who have made an outstanding contribution to the wider community. I now invite Professor Julie Kogan, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Business and Law and Vice President, to introduce our first honorary doctorate recipient for 2023.
Chancellor, it is my pleasure and privilege to present to you Kate Reid, whom Council has admitted to the Doctor of Business Honoris Causa.
Kate Reid is the founder and owner of the widely celebrated Loon Croissanterie. The acclaimed stores are well established with 5 retail outlets across Australia, including 3 in Melbourne, 2 in Brisbane and 2 set to open in Sydney next year. After graduating with a Bachelor of Engineering, Aerospace, from RMIT in 2004, she initially pursued what she thought was her dream career and worked successfully as a Formula One engineer. However, she quickly discovered that taking care of her own well-being, coupled with a passion for baking, would lead her in another direction altogether. Kate's relentless pursuit of perfection led her to a world-renowned business that famously combines the principles of engineering and baking to create an innovative pastry. She took a traditional French croissant recipe and through an intricate process of research, development and creativity, adapted it for the Australian environment to deliver an exceptional and now iconic product. Perfecting the art of croissant making turned out to be the ideal blend of her engineering background and her appreciation for exceptional pastry making. Kate's singular passion for excellence became an entrepreneurial success story and resulted in what many claim to be the world's best croissant. She has also published a book, appeared on Channel 10's hit show MasterChef, and become a regular across the media. Since opening its doors back in 2012, Lune Croissanterie continues to go from strength to strength, with award-winning store design and queues of passionate customers now legendary across every location. Kate's innovation, imagination and dedication are an inspiration to the RMIT community. She is living proof of the way our dreams can surprise us, but when we stay true to our passion and purpose, the opportunities are endless.
So, Chancellor, I present to you Kate Reid.
Wow, there are quite a lot of you out there. Whew. Okay, first of all, I would like to acknowledge the Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor and President, members of the RMIT Council, honoured guests, staff, graduates and graduands of 2023, family and friends who are all here today. Thank you. I would like to thank Professor Julie Kogan and the wider RMIT leadership for this extraordinary honour. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine I would receive an honorary doctorate, particularly one in business. In fact, nearly 24 years ago, when I commenced my undergraduate studies at RMIT, my sole ambition in life was to pursue a technical career in Formula One. Achieving a high enough enter score, I was accepted into RMIT's Bachelor of Aerospace Engineering and Bachelor of Business double degree. But at the end of my first year, I made the difficult decision to withdraw from the business degree so that I could focus all of my attention on the highly challenging technical studies of aerospace. I understood that in order to achieve a career in Formula One, I had to be the very best in my field. The 5 years I spent completing my Bachelor of Engineering at RMIT were incredibly fulfilling. I loved everything I was learning. To this day, I still think aerodynamics is the most beautiful science on the planet. I felt like I was actively and consciously moving myself towards my dream life. But I could never have anticipated the turn of events that would occur once I began working in Formula One. Ultimately, the reality was nothing like the expectation I had built up in my mind over a decade. And I returned to Australia several years later, my mental health at an all-time low, but with the tiny glimmer of a new passion, pastry. And that passion resulted in the creation of Lune. Initially a one-woman show, born out of the desire to enable Melburnians to experience just how spectacular a croissant should be, Lune now spans over 2 states, soon to be 3, with 5 stores and over 200 staff. Transforming Lune into the business it now is has been the result of 11 years of dedication and endless hard work. It has not been a solo effort. My brother and business partner Cam has built the business with me, side by side. Cam, you might get emotional at that moment. Sorry, Cam. The contribution and support of my parents has been immeasurable, not to mention the hundreds of staff that have called Loon their place of work over the past decade. Finally, I am deeply indebted to our loyal customers and their unbelievable continued support. Over the years, I have learned that in business, it's not enough to simply have a good idea that proves successful. The difficult part is continuing to stay relevant, to push your business to evolve and reflect the changing needs and demands of the market, to recruit, onboard and train the best people that believe in your vision and share your values. This is absolutely critical for growth. But the moments that have tested me the most have been in times of crisis, where you really have to dig deep to save your business. It's these moments where you have to find strength in leadership, to remain calm and reassure your staff, even in the face of uncertainty yourself, and the ability to innovate out of necessity. COVID was an incredibly challenging time to run a hospitality business in Melbourne, especially one that up until the pandemic had relied entirely on customers being able to physically visit our stores. During this period, we had to refine or rethink every facet of our business and think outside the box. We came out of COVID Olympic fit, with a much deeper understanding of our business and our customers and a confident plan for growth. My degree in aerospace engineering and time working in Formula One have been far from irrelevant to my experience in building Loon. In fact, it is those seemingly unrelated experiences that have resulted in Loon being so very different to every other bakery, and how we approach every aspect of our business on a daily basis. Just like in engineering, evolution and innovation are core to the success of Loon. I think perhaps my greatest lesson, though, has been that in life, nothing is certain, and we are simply limiting our potential if we don't constantly keep our eyes peeled for opportunity, even when it's something we're not expecting. Through my time in Formula One and then Loon, I have learned that everything forms part of the fabric of what makes us up as humans. Each experience we live becomes a part of our incredible story, and we just don't know when we may need to draw on the learnings from those experiences in the future, or how they may change for the better the course of our lives. Finally, and most importantly, I would like to extend the biggest congratulations to each and every graduate here today. It is an enormous achievement and one which you should all feel incredibly proud of. So like I am going to, celebrate tonight and good luck for your exciting future. Thank you.
Thank you, Kate. An amazing story of passion, resilience and continuous learning. Congratulations again. Another round of applause, please, for Kate Reid. I now invite Professor Tim Marshall, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Design and Social Context and Vice President, to introduce our second honorary doctorate recipient for 2023.
Chancellor, it is my pleasure and privilege to present to you Jessica Gallagher, whom Council has admitted to the Doctor of Social Science honoris causa. Jessica Gallagher is the first woman in history to win a Winter Paralympic medal for Australia and our first athlete to win at both the Summer and the Winter Games. Multi-talented, she has represented Australia in alpine skiing, athletics and track cycling, winning 3 Paralympic bronze medals and 11 World Championship medals from 2010 to 2023. In 2022, she debuted in a 4th sport, rowing, and for the past 2 years has represented Australia concurrently in rowing and cycling. Memorably, this included winning 2 gold medals at the 2022 Commonwealth Games in cycling. In addition to challenging stereotypes in the world of sport and breaking down barriers in Australia and around the world, she is also a fully qualified and practicing osteopath, graduating with a Bachelor of Applied Science Complementary Medicine from RMIT in 2006 and a Master's in Osteopathy from RMIT in 2009. Diagnosed with cone dystrophy at the age of 17 and classed as legally blind, Jessica uses her personal experience and her achievements to make a difference in the lives of others. Through advocacy and dedicated community engagement, she works tirelessly to increase awareness and to reduce avoidable vision loss or blindness. She is a long-standing global ambassador and board member of Vision 2020 Australia, an organisation committed to the elimination of avoidable blindness and the full participation of those with blindness or low vision. She is also an ambassador of Seeing Eye Dogs and Vision Australia, as well as being a sought-after corporate motivational speaker. Jessica's athletic achievements and commitment to community service make her a role model for the RMIT community. Her determination to overcome any obstacle in her way, to embrace diversity, and to stand up for others are testament to the strength and potential in us all. Chancellor, I present to you Jessica Gallagher.
RMIT graduates and graduands of 2023, family, friends, staff, honoured guests, members of the RMIT Council, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor and President. When I walked into RMIT University as a 17-year-old, never could I have imagined this moment. I didn't even know an acknowledgement like this existed, and whilst there are countless people who have been involved in my personal and professional life, today I am here to congratulate you. Everybody in this stadium today is celebrating a milestone, a personal achievement that does not happen every day. Often, when people refer to my career, they mention the conventional measures of success, the medals, the good and the great times. However, more often than not, particularly in the past 16 years of my sporting career, things have not always gone the way that I had planned for, hoped, or dreamt they would. You see, at various parts in our lives, we will all face our challenges, the difficult and inconceivable moments that push and stretch us beyond what we are trying to achieve. Often, what is mentioned as successful began far from that, as a turning point, a challenge, a circumstance where the pathway ahead was blocked right there in front of me and forced change, whether we want it to or not. It forces us to sit back and think about what we want and who we want to be. It is only because of these challenges, the difficult and inconceivable moments, that I believe have helped me get to where I am. And so today, I wanted to share something with you all that I have learnt, something that has helped me immensely, and it is my hope that it may resonate with some of you. And whilst I could not have articulated it at the time, I've begun to realise how helpful and impactful it has been for me. A phrase called the shift. I first heard the phrase, the shift, from one of my coaches, who described it for me as a game-defining, game-changing moment in time where you make your move, where you stand up and take action, the moment where things change. The shift is something we will all come to in our lives that affords us the opportunity for possibility. Sure, when you hit the shift, you're probably not going to know what will happen next. You might experience fear, uncertainty, adrenaline, all sorts of emotions. But from my experiences, you also connect with growth, learning, and most importantly, opportunity. If it wasn't for the moments where I've experienced the shift, I would not have grown, learnt, or had the opportunity to aspire towards a goal. I've had far more failures than successes within my career, and every time they are gut-wrenching, earth-shattering moments where we feel like all hope is lost.
And in every one of those moments, a point has come, a block in the road ahead where it is up to us what pathway we take next. Often, when people learn that I have represented Australia across 4 different sports, they just think that you move seamlessly from one to the next. However, this has not been the case for me. Far from it. What I'm proudest of is that in every one of those moments where I've hit that point, that block in the road ahead, I've had to think differently, try something new, create a new pathway and hit the shift. This has afforded me a life that 17-year-old Jess walking into RMIT University on that very first day could never have imagined. My message for you all here today: when you reach moments like these in your life, ask yourself this one question: are you ready for the shift? Thank you for your time. My sincerest congratulations to you all. Please do enjoy the celebrations. I expect you have earned them. Thank you.
Thank you, Jessica, for your words of wisdom and for encouraging us all to make our best moves. Congratulations again. Now it's time to introduce our graduate student address. Please welcome Ms. Hannah Rutherford to the stage.
Hello everyone, my name is Hannah Rutherford and I'm feeling like one lucky duck to be up here talking with you all this afternoon. Thank you to Uncle Perry Wandin for the beautiful welcome to country. I'd like to start by acknowledging the Woiwurrung and Bunurong language groups of the Eastern Kulin Nations on whose unceded lands we meet today. I pay my respects to the elders past, present and future and extend that respect to all First Nations Australians with us. Moreover, I'd like to recognise our Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor and President, members of RMIT Council, honoured guests, staff, graduates and graduands of 2023, family and friends. Thank you for all the support you have provided to this graduating class. And speaking of this graduating class, here is an extra special shout out to all of you. I think another round of applause is in order. I'd like to take a moment to recognise the many, many hours of work, dedication and procrastination that it took to get here. Let's be real, there were many last-minute submissions, slightly awkward Collaborate Ultra breakout rooms, and caffeinated drinks that got us to this point. But that's what makes this even more special. You did all of that. Whether you thought you could or you couldn't, you did it. And that's pretty amazing and something to be celebrated with thousands of your closest peers. Now, I'd like to tell you a little bit about my experience at RMIT. I was incredibly lucky to have access to many opportunities. I started out as a How to RMIT program facilitator, where I shared insights with students to highlight all the amazing resources and services that RMIT has on offer. Through this role, I quickly learned to keep my eyes peeled on my student emails, and I'll tell you about 2 incredible opportunities that came out of this habit. So firstly, I heard about scholarship applications. In my second year at RMIT, I was awarded the George Alexander Foundation Scholarship in recognition of my academic merit, community involvement and leadership potential. This scholarship enabled me to study full-time while continuing to volunteer on programs supporting young people experiencing disadvantage. Secondly, I heard about the Global Voices Policy Writing Fellowship. Now, something you should know about me is that I jump in with both feet when I see an incredible opportunity to make a difference. And boy, am I glad I jumped into this one. I was honoured to be selected as RMIT's representative and one of just 5 young Australians to travel to the United Nations in New York City. I participated in a 5-day conference of workshops, cross-cultural exchange, and very expensive oat lattes. After the delegation, the Global Voices Journal published my 2,500-word policy paper on preventing young Australian women's early pathways into homelessness. I am so grateful to RMIT for sponsoring my participation in this program. It enabled me to access an unforgettable international learning experience and open the door to decision-making spaces that young people are historically left out of. So that's a little bit about me, but I just know that so many of you have also experienced incredible opportunities through your time at RMIT. I'd like to invite you to take time today to reflect on the little and big wins and share them with your family and friends. It is no easy feat that you are here, and that is worth recognizing and celebrating. You are the future, and from where I'm standing, the future is looking pretty bright. So to close, I'll share the best tip I have learned from my time at RMIT. Say yes. Say yes to opportunities and grab them with both hands. It might even land you in the United Nations headquarters with a $7 oat latte in hand, or on stage at Marvel Stadium speaking to thousands of fellow graduates who have the extraordinary capacity to positively impact the future. So next time an opportunity arises, what are you going to say? Yes. Thank you.
So, Hannah. Yes. Congratulations, Hannah. Thank you for a wonderful and inspiring speech, and congratulations on all that you have achieved. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. Please join me in welcoming the Chancellor of RMIT University, Ms. Peggy O'Neill, and our Academic Registrar, Ms. Connie Molino, who will take us through the certification of your awards.
Hello everyone. I am delighted to be a part of this incredible celebration of RMIT's class of 2023. Today you join the esteemed ranks of more than 500,000 RMIT alumni, making their mark in an array of disciplines right around the world. And there's no question you've earned your place. You've demonstrated you've got what it takes to succeed. This is your story, your moment to shine, and whatever comes next is yours to own. So it's now time to pay tribute to the hard work and commitment that brought you to this very moment. I'll present your names to our Chancellor, who will then formally certify your award. So graduands, can I please ask you to now stand? So, Chancellor, I certify to you that the candidates presented here today have fulfilled the conditions prescribed for admission to the named awards of the Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology and are entitled to be admitted to the rights and privileges of these awards.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Council of RMIT University, I admit the duly authorized candidates on this list to the appropriate award of RMIT University and to all the rights and privileges of graduation. Congratulations to all of you.
Well done, graduates. You should feel incredibly proud of everything you have achieved and take the time to celebrate this moment. Please be seated.
Thank you. Vice Chancellor Perry Wanden, members of the RMIT Council, distinguished guests, family, and friends. On behalf of the Council of RMIT University, it's my pleasure to congratulate our graduates. At RMIT, our greatest ambition is to empower people and communities to adapt and thrive across generations through lifelong education, applied research, and meaningful civic engagement. And we believe that an education should be a right, not a privilege, because we know that through education we bridge divides, we level playing fields, and we open up the possibilities in people's lives. This year we commemorated the long life of a remarkable human who shared this worldview. The late Charles Feeney was a self-made billionaire who had a stage in his life when he might simply have sat back and enjoyed the fruits of his success. Instead, he turned his focus to establishing a charitable foundation with the express purpose of giving away his substantial fortune. Initially, he directed a great deal towards higher education. Later, he prioritized youth and aging, health, reconciliation, and human rights. And coming from humble beginnings, his own university experience was made possible because of the GI Bill, which supported returning U.S. veterans at the time. So this fueled his determination to open doors for others. By the time his charitable foundation closed in his later years, it had donated in the vicinity of $8 billion US. And I'm proud to say that our own RMIT Vietnam was a recipient of his generosity in its early days. He put more than $39 million US behind his belief in the power of education to change lives and his vision for Vietnam's future. Mr. Feeney's generosity fast-tracked our ability to make a difference, and generations have been reshaped for the better as a result. And just last year, our RMIT Council proudly awarded both Charles and Helga Feeney with a Doctor of Law honoris causa. Now, I certainly don't claim to have generated impact at this scale, and money is not the only vehicle for positive influence. However, I do have a strong belief that with education comes obligation. I myself am a first-in-family university graduate, and I retain a deep awareness that education is not an opportunity afforded to all. Consequently, I've always felt that I should use my education to improve things when possible, to do what I could when I could. As our most recent graduates, you have bright prospects, as well as the knowledge, skills, and networks to make your aspirations reality. I trust that you will also find meaningful ways to contribute to your community and to use your education for the benefit of others. So graduates, when you leave this stadium today, remember that your education stands you in great stead. It equips you to lead a productive life and to be a positive influence in the lives of others. And I can assure you that when you're my age, it will be the positive influence you've had in the lives of others of which you will be most proud. So once again, my heartfelt congratulations and thanks to all of you.
The presentation of graduates will now take place at each college stage around the stadium. I'd like to ask graduates, friends and family to please stay in your seats. We have thousands of you here, and it's important that we give everyone, from the first graduate to the last, the respect they deserve for their big moment. And once the last graduate is presented, there'll be plenty of time to celebrate together and enjoy Vera Blue's performance. I'll now introduce the schools on each presentation stage whose graduates are being recognised today. So feel free to make a little noise as I make my way around the stadium. Yes, it is a competition. On stage A, the main stage, we have our doctoral graduates to be presented by our RMIT Chancellor. Stage A. That was pretty lame, wasn't it? On stages B, C, D, and E, we have the School of Management. Okay, that's the bar. The School of Economics, Finance and Marketing. Yeah, getting better. The School of Business and Management. The School of Accounting, Information, Systems and Supply Chain. Go the accountants. On stage F, we have the Graduate School of Business and Law. Okay, the rest of you can't let the lawyers win. On stages G, H, J, K, L and M, we have the College of Vocational Education. That's about a 6. The School of Health and Biomedical Sciences. Yep, that's getting there. I've got high expectations of these ones. The School of Engineering. Engineers, they don't know when to stop, do they? On stage N, we have the School of Science. On stage P, we have the School of Computing Technologies. There's a bit of noise there. On stages Q and R, we have the School of Architecture and Urban Design. The School of Property Construction and Project Management. Oh, I think DSC has to lift its game a little bit here. And the School of Education. What do we reckon? Is that all right? On stages S, T and U, we have the School of Global, Urban and Social Studies. That's looking better. And the School of Design. And on stage B, we have the School of Media and Communication. That's my home discipline, so well done, thank you. And finally, on stage W, we have the School of Art. And the School of Fashion and Textiles. Thank you all for all of that noise. I hope you really enjoy the presentation. Just a reminder, out of courtesy, we request that everyone remain seated. Graduates, family and friends, let the official presentations commence.
Graduates and graduands, please remain in your seats. There is plenty more entertainment to come.
Thank you. and congratulations to all of our graduates. It's been an absolute pleasure and privilege to share this day with all of you. As the class of 2023, you've travelled a remarkable journey to make it to this point, so enjoy the moment. You've earned it. I wish you all the best for the future, no matter what path you choose. Please stay and enjoy the entertainment. Thank you.